And now, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rimes.
All right, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. We greatly appreciate everybody supporting the show. We just went over the stats, and the YouTube stats are up through the roof. Greatly appreciate everybody that supports the program by subscribing to the YouTube channel, Rumble channel out there. Support the local economy by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show and all of our expert contributors. And we've got Shane Faunce back in studio with us. Tampa Yacht Sales. We're going to talk a little about the seasonality of the boat shopping and also the economic impact of the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, as well as, the St. Pete Boat Show coming up in January. We have Dion Falzon joining us as well. He's an entrepreneur. He's a owner of Crown and Bull Restaurant. Really cool, trendy restaurant right there in downtown Dunedin. We're going to talk with him about the restaurant industry and entrepreneurship, and also how much farmland is owned by Chinese companies. Going to the root of our industry. When you think about food, you think about the restaurant industry. And by the way, 5 states collectively own, they're concentrated in 5 states. 93% are held in Texas, Carolina, North Carolina, Missouri, Florida, and Utah. So those 5 states have 93% of the Chinese-owned farmland in our country. So that's from the Epic Times there. We'll talk about that coming up here on this program as well. Also, the Florida Office of Fiscal, let's just call it FAFO, the Office of FAFO, that Florida Doge, Blazing Nolia, on the rampage still. He found $112 million of wasteful spending, excessive spending in Manatee County, down south. Manatee County, a ruby red county, where Republican outnumber Democrats 2-1, but wasteful spending knows no party affiliation. So now well over $1.2 billion in the state of Florida, just from the handful of states that they visited. So interesting stuff there. We'll also touch on Governor DeSantis and also the chairman of the Florida Young Republicans, talking about ending property taxes and unlocking a new home ownership opportunities for working families in Florida, fueling economic growth throughout the state of Florida. We're going to talk about that as well on today's show. And Shane, give us a little teaser what we're going to talk about in the boating and yachting industry, sir.
I'll give you a little rundown. We've got next week the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, which Fort Lauderdale is definitely the yachting capital of the United States and probably the world. It starts next Wednesday, goes through Sunday. To put a number on it, $1.79 billion in total economic output. Wow. To break it down, of that, $709,000 would be actual sales during the show. Deals written, orders taken. The state of Florida brings in $85 million in state and local taxes from the show.
Nice.
They estimate with about 1,300 boats and 1,000 exhibitors, there's a total economic impact to personal income to people in the show of about $580 million.
Wow.
I'll be down there Thursday and Friday with a client. Don't actually have a display in there, but it's a great place to see the larger yachts. Everything's very centrally focused, so you can go through, see everything, and we're going to go see some power catamarans with a client. We've got about 7 lined up.
Nice, yeah. That was a lot of fun. I went a couple years ago down there, and man, you talk about the wealth and you talk about the extravagance, and just you walk onto some of these yachts, these vessels, these boats, and it's just amazing to see the technology, and essentially, it's like a mansion floating on the water.
It certainly is. It's hard to get your mind around that level of wealth, but it's out there.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll touch base more with Shane Faunce, Tampa Yacht Sales, here in studio with us here coming up as well. Also, Federal Reserve announced, talk about Lawrence Yun. He's a chief economist with NAR. I follow him, the National Association of Realtors. But we'll kind of talk a little bit about mortgage rates and how the Federal Reserve's policy doesn't directly affect those long-term rates. So it's a little bit of a, sometimes people misunderstand that the short-term rates don't actually affect the mortgage rate. So when they change that overnight lending rate, it's not a direct one-to-one change that you'll see in interest rates on homes on mortgage rates. So we'll touch on that here as well. All right, we always like to feature our listings on air. It's part of a strategy that helps us sell our real estate listings faster for more money. As you may know, my wife Lindsay and I own a top 100 ranked real estate team here in Tampa Bay. Keller Williams Realty, number one real estate company in the world, and we've got a lot of listings, about 45 current listings, and a bunch of those are under contract already. We call that pending, but we do have some active listings as well. So we like to feature our listings as a way to help our sellers sell faster for more money, and also let our audience know, hey, here's some great opportunities, and if you're looking to buy, sell, invest, maybe you want to refinance, we can help you with all that. Plus, all of our other expert contributors can help you in their specific line of work as well. So let us quarterback your next transaction, no matter what you're looking to do. Weeki Wachee Marina is for sale. This is a great opportunity. This is a commercial, a business. You got waterfront land on three sides of this parcel for the Weeki Wachee Marina at 7154 Shoreline Boulevard. This one is almost 3/4 of an acre lot. Well-established waterfront business with irreplaceable real estate on the Weeki Wachee River. You got direct access out into the Weeki Wachee there, the river. You can see they have the mermaids up there. You have income coming in from this as well. You've got multiple rentals there, rental opportunities. You got an Airbnb possibility for or maybe an on-suite on-site manager as well. They're making income from John boat rentals, kayak, paddle boards, dock space, commercial vessels there as well, private vessel storage, and they're also an authorized Suzuki dealership servicer. So they're going to be able to provide service for those boats and those motor repair as well. Flex use, multiple flexibility there, you have parking opportunities, and you're just minutes from Hernando Beach and the Gulf of America. Check out 7154 Shoreline Boulevard. We've got a marina for sale in Weeki Wachee, Florida, and please let your friends know about that if you have anybody that might be interested. 318, we got a new listing here, 318 108th Street West. This one is a brand new listing, just hit the market in Bradenton, Florida. Beautiful property. I love the curb appeal there, the nice shrubs and the palm trees in the front. Looks great. Got a 2-2, almost 1,100 square feet, and you have just 2 miles from the award-winning white sandy beaches of Anna Maria Island, one of the most popular islands and beaches in the state of Florida. You got a first-floor condo, perfect for that coastal getaway, bright and airy, open layout, natural lighting coming through there as well. Hurricane impact windows. Kitchen features stainless steel appliances. I like the lighter colors there. What a really cool feel that this property has. Perico Island offers resort-style amenities as well. Newly renovated clubhouse, fitness center, billboards rooms, library, saunas, plus a heated pool, tennis and pickleball courts as well. Check out 318 108th Street West, Bradenton, Florida. And you can see all of our listings on our site at platinummvpteam.kw.com. And you can also see all of our expert contributors and previous show links as well at consumerqb.com.
And yeah, I'm racing my class to those saving our ass overseas.
That's right. Shout out to all of our veterans out there. We greatly appreciate you. And welcome back in the studio, Shane. What's going on?
Glad to be here,
man.
Yeah. Looking forward to Fort Lauderdale Boat Show next week. This is kind of our last hurrah between now and December. Everybody kind of gets motivated to make those year-end moves and make their purchases. It kind of dies out mid-December and then picks back up January. Usually the St. Pete Boat Show picks up January 10th through the 15th. Yeah,
that's a nice. People take that vacation during that last week, last couple of weeks, kind of a time to recharge and maybe read some books and kind of catch up on some of that kind of thing.
Spend some time with family, do some traveling.
That's it, downtime.
That's it.
Yeah, man. Interesting stuff going on. And of course, the mortgage markets. We look at the finance markets in our business. But as most of your business, cash deals, things like that, some trade-ins.
A lot of them have been lately on the bigger deals, but we do a lot of financing. I mean, I think that's part of what's slowed down. I think last time we talked about how majority of the businesses are down around 10 or 15% year over year.
Yep.
Interest rates affect the blue collar and white collar worker that's looking to finance the percentage of the purchase, which
right.
Definitely affects when people start looking at the dollars and cents of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so let's see here. So you look at Tampa Bay in general, Pinellas County, a lot of boat space and dock space in Pinellas County. Pinellas County had here's the stats for the week. We had new listings in Pinellas County. We had 436 new properties come on the market just in Pinellas County. That's just for 1 week. We had 664 price decreases, and we had 27 price increases. I don't know who's increased. Maybe they did some renovations. Back on the market, 117, and then 288 sold. You had 44 expire, which I love those. I love the expired leads because those are really good possibilities for me. I make contact and get them on the team and work with that. Yeah, 359 properties that went pending in Pinellas County, so that's a good thing. Those hopefully you'll get a high percentage of those that'll close. Maybe I bet you it's about 70-80% that will actually close. Okay. Yeah, something along those lines. But yeah, what else are you seeing in the boat and yachting space? What's kind of hot right now? What are people looking for?
Everybody's definitely transitions towards these outboard boats. Back when I started in the business in 2002, Sea Ray and Regal, all these companies were making inboard, outboard, stern drives, gas boats. That market has pretty much shrank away. When we get a new listing on a boat like that, it just has to be tight, right, and priced correctly. Yes. Otherwise, we just did a price reduction on a boat I had listed for over a year now. Nobody's picking up the phone.
Yeah.
If I can't get somebody to the table, I've got 2 showings on the boat tomorrow. We dropped it down to $50,000. I mean, it's a 32-foot Sea Ray that back in the day was a $200,000 plus boat, but everybody wants the outboard boats now. It's just a little bit more inherent maintenance in an inboard gas boat.
Right, because you got to have that professional that gets in there, kind of pull the engine out in a lot of cases. I mean, it's just tougher to get in there, right?
Risers, manifolds, shaft seals, cutlass bearings. There's all kinds of things that are break out another 1,000. That's kind of what boat stands for.
That's right. Yeah. So I want to go back to this number, $1.79 billion. That's the
Florida economic impact of the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show.
Yeah. And you think about that. I mean, you think about that industry. Think about the real estate industry as well, with all the different businesses and affiliated companies that are kind of vertically integrated and even horizontally integrated. You think about a real estate transaction, mortgage companies, insurance, title, home improvement companies, all the box stores are getting people coming in, doing some renovations, painting, staging the homes. I mean, there's so much economic impact there. That's why I think it's such a big deal when we talk about the Federal Reserve and what was going on with interest rates, and now, and then you also have this appeal in Florida, which I'm completely behind. Governor DeSantis, there's a recent tweet where he says, "I had the opportunity to share Florida's business story with business and community leaders at the Forum Club of the Palm Beaches." Nice audience to be at, the Palm Beaches, right? We have run surpluses, reduced the state's legacy debts by 50%. Cut taxes, and expanded school choice. The result, Florida's economy is ranked number 1 in the nation for the 3rd consecutive year. So we're doing a lot of good things right, and I love the path that we're on of, hey, let's eliminate these property taxes, primary residences. You always got to have that asterisk there. Yeah. Otherwise, people get it all conflated, and they don't understand it. We're not talking about investments and Airbnbs and commercial and vacant land. Strictly, the primary residence, and I'm all for that one. I really am.
It makes a lot of sense. I mean, when you talk about how we're taxed at the income level, sales tax, insurance on the property, I mean, you're just, it's a big suck. And I mean, it's 1.8% here in Hillsborough.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Gas tax. I mean, there's a tax almost everywhere. You got to buy a stamp, put it on your envelope. That's right. Another tax. I mean, it's a small one, but hey,
it all adds up.
It all adds up. So I like what the Florida Young Republicans, to GOP leaders, it's time to axe the property tax. Young Floridians call for bold reform to empower the next generation of homeowners and strengthen the Sunshine State. The message is clear. Ending property taxes will unlock new home ownership opportunities, empower working families, and fuel economic growth throughout Florida, stated Brandon Ludwig, chairman of the Florida Young Republicans. Our generation will not sit idly by and let corporate interests turn our country into a nation of renters. We are calling on lawmakers to take bold action and deliver meaningful relief to Floridians who aspire to realize the American dream, raise a family, and truly own their home Florida Young Conservative Movement is proud to stand with the Governor Ron DeSantis, and it kind of goes on and on from there. But isn't that the core? When you think about the American dream, you think about what made our country great. It's that home ownership pride, 40 acres and a mule, right? I mean, that's how it started, 40 acres and a mule. And then you have that dream, and then you build that family, and then you have pride in what you own, right? And then and you're going to be less likely to go to a No Kings protest, I guess, if you own where you're living. You have pride in your community.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So. Homeownership's definitely been one of the greatest wealth creators over the years, and interest rates, unfortunately, have slowed it. I think it's the same thing in our business, is if it doesn't make quite as much financial sense, people sit on their hands. So if we get the rates to come down maybe under that 6% range, you'd see a boom in your business. I think we'd be back up to, getting back to normal numbers versus being off 10 or 15%.
Right, absolutely. More with Shane Faunce here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Tampa Yacht Sales, all things boating and yachting. Reach out to the show. We'd love to put you in touch. ConsumerQB.com. You can see links there to all of our expert contributors. ConsumerQB.com. How much U.S. farmland is owned by Chinese companies? We're going to talk about that. Also, more coming up here with Shane about his great company right here locally. Please support the local economy by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show at ConsumerQB.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
Did you know that we buy houses cash? We can close quickly for a all-cash offer on your real estate properties, residential, commercial, even vacant land. We'll buy your property cash. No cleaning, no showings, and no hassles. You can even possibly stay in your home post-closing. Call Brandon at 813-917-1894. Submit the email at consumerqb.com or call 813-917-1894. consumerqb.com. We buy houses cash and fast. Attention business owners, did you know we have 100% financing options available? Our no money down program offers 100% financing for business owners. If you are currently leasing your commercial space, you can purchase real estate for no money down. Additionally, the program offers money for working capital, equipment, and business fixtures. You can even pay off current business debt. Reach out at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. BRimes at kw.com. And that is our 100% financing, no money down program for business owners. We would love to help you buying, selling, or investing in real estate. 813-917-1894. BRimes at kw.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, the official Pinellas County restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Say hello to Doug Clark, chef and owner Doug Clark, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Excellent food, wonderful ambiance. Say hello to our friend Doug Clark. If you're facing an insurance claim, don't just trust the insurance company to have your best interests at heart. This is Brandon Rimes, Consumer Quarterback Show. Reach out to rightwaypa.com, our friend Derek Coble at rightwaypa.com. Looking to level up your sales game? With 20 plus years of coaching experience spanning across several industries, Lindsay Rimes helps everyone from entry-level reps to seasoned business owners boost sales, improve work-life balance, and retain top talent with customized options catered to personal, group, or corporate settings. Brandon and Lindsay Rimes offer training on negotiation strategy, business development, and more. Let's grow your business together. Call 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Submit an email at consumerqb.com.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rimes here. We're in studio with Shane Faunce. He is Tampa Yacht Sales, Inc. right here in Tampa Bay. He can help you get an analysis on your boat. We'll talk about that. Does appraisals for folks looking to buy or sell boats out there. We'll talk with him there coming up in just a moment. Also, we'll dive a little bit deeper into this, how much U.S. farmland is owned by Chinese companies, and it's pretty staggering numbers. And not only that, they own a lot of the pork producers. They own some of the land is owned near military bases. It's like, wow. Sound the alarm a little bit there. All right, so a couple of hot listings here. We'll jump right back into it. 12948 Twin Bridges Drive, Riverview, Florida. Twin Bridges Drive, Riverview, Florida. I love this listing. Beautiful property. You can owner pride shines through here. This is 4 bedrooms, 4 bath, 3-car garage, 35 square feet. You've got just under a quarter-acre lot there. Versatile bonus room as well upstairs. Maybe you want a home office or a gym, possibly a playroom there. Beautiful view out the back lanai there. You got a beautiful lanai, screened-in porch overlooking a conservation area or wooded area. Looks really nice. Now, what I like also about these communities, this is Triple Creek community. You have lots of amenities. 3 community pools, splash pad, 2 clubhouses, 2 fitness centers, playgrounds, tennis and basketball courts, dog park, and walking trails, all with low HOAs. Fees as well. Great opportunity at 12948 Twin Bridges Drive. That's Riverview, Florida. Beautiful single-family home. Gorgeous curb appeal. 3-car garage there as well. Great opportunity to buy real estate right here in beautiful Tampa Bay, Florida. One of my favorite listings also right now is the 9914 Ala Vista Drive, Gibsonton, Florida. This is a $1 million listing on the waterfront. Bring your boat, bring your jet skis, and if you don't have a boat, talk to Shane Faunce, Tampa Yacht Sales. He can hook you up. You got a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1922 square feet. Beautiful stilted home here, elevated stilt home at the end of a quiet street on a large waterfront lot. With access to the Alafaya River and, of course, out into the Gulf. You've got solar panels on the rooftop, by the way. It's a metal roof, beautiful roof there. You have a boat dock with a lift, covered boat lift. Lots of updates, lots of upgrades. 12,000-pound boat lift there and a 1,000-pound jet ski lift as well. 9914 Ala Vista Drive, Gibsonton, Florida. And you can see all of our real estate listings at PlatinumMVPTeam.kw.com, and you can see all of our expert contributors, radio show expert contributors at consumerqb.com.
Only in America, dreaming in red, white, and blue.
All right, Shane, tell us a little bit about this process if somebody's looking to sell a boat and they want to get an appraisal done. Tell us about that.
Yeah, typically what we do is we find out about their boat, what year, make, and model it is, what type of hours, what type of recent services have been done. Do a full market analysis. We subscribe to a program called Sold Boats since we don't have tax records like you would have for real estate. We pull together the recent comps, what's available. We sit down with them, show them how many days on market each boat was, what kind of upgrades did it have, and we put together within a couple of percent of probably what the boat's going to sell for.
Yep.
And then we give them the advice of why would you use us versus listing it yourself. Listen, if you're a smart guy and you have all the time in the world and want to pay for the advertising, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
We usually have people, I went on a listing appointment yesterday, picked up 2 listings out in Apollo Beach, and they want to take what it takes to get the deal done.
Yeah.
Answering the calls, showing the boat, getting it through survey, getting the guy financed. We make sure it all happens.
Right. Yeah, it's a process. It's always a process.
They can go to our website at tampayachtsales.com, sell your boat. If they want to fill out a web form, we usually get back with them within about 2 to 3 hours. Set up an appointment to see the boat. Really simple. There's no obligation. It's a free estimate of what their boat's worth. They can take it and go sell it themselves, or we can be hired and they can help us.
Probably get some good deals right now, can't you?
You know, right now it's definitely, I would say, a buyer's market. Mm-hmm. I've got a client we're running around on Saturday to Fort Lauderdale to look at some 59-footers. We've got the upper hand. If you're a buyer right now with cash, make an offer. Don't be shy.
That's right. Make an offer, man. Get it out there. Let's stimulate the economy.
That's it.
Right?
Make a deal. I mean, everybody wants to buy, everybody wants to sell. It's going to pick back up.
Just finding that common ground. That's right. Tampa Yacht Sales, great website there. Check out our friend Shane Faunce on his website, TampaYachtSales.com. TampaYachtSales.com.
You got it.
That's right. All right, good stuff. Coming up, Dion Falzon in the house. in studio with us, Crown and Bull. He's an entrepreneur. He's the owner of crownandbull.com. It's the restaurant right there, beautiful downtown. Also, we're on this topic of farmland owned by the Chinese companies. Find out the top 5 states in America that have more infiltration from the Chinese-based companies coming up. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rimes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, welcome back. Consumer Quarterback Show powered by the Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty. Always helping you win in your real estate deals, buying, selling, investing, refinancing. We would love to talk to you. A couple of hot listings, and we'll touch base with Dion Falzon in studio with us, owner, Crown and Bull. He's online at crownandbull.com, hottest restaurant downtown Dunedin. Give us a little teaser of what we're going to talk about today, Dion.
Just the upcoming season, anything you want to go through, we got a bunch of Christmas parties and anything entrepreneurial, anything political, any stuff. Let's get at it.
We'll definitely we're going to be talking about how much farmland is owned by these Chinese companies, U.S. farmland. 5 states that holds 93% of that. So we'll touch base on that. Also, a little bit more about the real estate properties here. We're going to talk a little bit about the real estate market as well. But we always feature our properties on air, and we help our sellers sell faster for more money with less headaches, maximizing the exposure and the profit on the sale of our real estate listings. Let's take a look at 5466 Cyril Drive. This one's in Dade City. We just listed this land. We got some land for sale. There's 2 parcels together here. So you've got 209 feet of frontage on the Withlacoochee River. So it's 3.7 acres plus or minus. We call that MOL, more or less. Rare opportunity to own 2 adjoining lots totaling 3.7 acres on the beautiful Withlacoochee River with serene River Heights Estates community of Dade City. Great opportunity there. Buy some dirt, build a beautiful home. Great opportunity. Paradise in Florida. There is waiting for you. All right, let's take a look at another property here, single-family home. Let's look at our property on Brigadoon, actually. This one's 103 Brigadoon Drive, Clearwater. We got a motivated seller, and this is a beautiful property here. Great opportunity. 3-bedroom, 3-bath. You're close to the beaches. 1,536 square feet. You got low HOA fees there. Spacious bedrooms, and you also have a large backyard, community pool. 103 Brigadoon Drive, Clearwater, Florida. You're about 8 miles from the beaches. Great opportunity to buy real estate. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com, and you can see all of our radio show expert contributors and previous show links to our YouTube channel at consumerqb.com.
This is God's country.
All right, Dion Falzon back in studio with us. Crown and Bull is an entrepreneur. He owns other stores. He owns liquor stores and other businesses. So
storage units.
Yeah, man, I love it. So entrepreneurship and the restaurant industry in Dunedin, Florida, one of the hottest little areas in the state of Florida, isn't it?
Yeah. We just got voted most walkable city in
That's
America.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
So, the foot traffic is legendary down there. And it's a great place. Great, safe, clean, all the good stuff.
Right on the intercoastal waterway, boat. You can take your boat over there.
Yeah, they're just got approved to fix the dock after the hurricanes. So the docks will be up and running real soon. We just had a Seafood Fest this last weekend. And as soon as the weather turns, boom.
Yeah,
standing room only kind of thing.
That's right. Right. And you've done a lot of upgrades to your restaurant expansions, putting money into it. That backyard that you have, call it a backyard. That's like a paradise back there, right?
I had my wedding number 2 there Friday night.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's so beautiful. If you check our social, you can see some of the videos and all that. But yeah, it's great for weddings. It's great for big parties, big events. It's built for it. Now we got a big boy kitchen that can handle all of it. So if anybody wants to book something, that's the spot for it.
The food is excellent. I love it. I love the food there too, man. Awesome food. Speaking of food, let's talk about this supply chain, man, because we always keep an eye on what's going on worldwide here, and of course our show is focused more locally. But, sometimes these glaring headlines jump out at you as how much U.S. farmland is owned by Chinese companies. Well, the top 5 states, we kind of teased it here. The top 5 states, Texas, 123,000 plus acres. North Carolina, 44,000 plus acres. Missouri, 43,000 acres. Utah, 33,000 acres. Florida, 12,798 acres. Those 5 states collectively account for 93% of the acreage held by Chinese entities. Kind of shocking number, isn't it?
Right? I mean, the average American would never believe that in a million years unless it was printed. And even then, they kind of just slide it in the back door. We think we were talking about it earlier about playing the long game for them.
That's right.
It should not be allowed. I mean, we're not allowed to own land in China.
Right.
How did that come about? You know
Exactly.
what I mean? So I think that really needs to be looked at. I think President Trump and lawmakers should really, really take a look at that. I don't think that's right.
No.
They're not really our friend.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They're not looking out for our best interests. I don't know why that is, but I think it needs to be looked at.
We definitely need to. Yeah, 30. Here's another one. It's shocking. 30 U.S. military installations now have Chinese-owned agricultural land within 150 miles, according to U.S. data. There's also, you go into companies, individual companies here. Murphy Brown holds the largest land area, totaling 132,000 plus acres. And then it goes into the company is a US hog producer and subsidiary of Smithfield Foods, which is controlled by the Chinese state-owned WH Group Limited. The second largest landholder is Brazos Highland Properties, 86,000 acres, rounding up the top 5. So then it goes into that. But yeah, they love their pork bellies over there. They love the pork.
I mean, if you wanted to destroy your enemy, I'm pretty sure you'd have control of what they put in their bodies.
Yeah.
What they put in their food. I listen to Rogan a lot, and he's always got people on saying, hey, we shouldn't be buying electronics because they'll put in bugs everywhere. And when they get busted, they go, oops, just sorry, and nothing ever happens.
Yeah.
It really needs to be looked into as we get more technological. And that's why we need to make our own stuff in America.
That's
and again,
right.
President Trump's forcing people to build stuff here, so if the supply chain ever gets tightened up, then we can take care of ourselves.
That's
We
right.
saw it in COVID. It was a glaring wake-up call. Hey, we cannot depend on them because they could just say, no, you can't have it.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can't have computers for your car. You
Yep.
can't have X. You can't have that food, whatever it is. So I think
right.
this is a very, very important issue, and you need to address it early on before something really happens.
Yeah.
So
Luckily, America First came into power.
Thank
So,
goodness.
yeah. So you think about that.
let the boss do his thing. I
That's
don't watch
right.
it every day like I used to, as more intently, but I know that he's looking out for us every day.
Absolutely.
I feel that in my soul, and I think everybody knows that.
Yeah, broker and peace deals across the country.
I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? As time goes on, and the media is trying to make him look bad, but as we look back in the history books,
Yeah.
what he's accomplishing now will just be revered, I believe, throughout time.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ronnie D in the state of Florida too, man, kicking butt and taking names.
For sure.
I
We got
love
any
how
progress?
Blaze.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
We got
Blaze
any-
Ignolia too. Blaze Ignolia, part of the FAFO offices. His latest expose was Manatee County. So FAFO, if you don't know what that is, look it up. But it's the Florida DOGE, right? The Florida DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency. He's gone through multiple counties. Dave, would you put that graphic up for me? So yeah, here's one of the latest. Over $1 billion in wasteful spending has been exposed now. Orange County, $190 million. Jacksonville, $199 million. Hillsborough County, right here in Hillsborough County, Tampa Bay, $278 million of wasteful spending. Call it excessive spending. Call it waste, fraud, and abuse. Whatever you want to call it, I'm sure there's a lot of it there. Alachua County, $84 million. Broward County, $189 million. Seminole County, $48 million. So that's under over $1 billion now, wasteful and excessive spending. And then just a few days ago, they went down to Manatee County, found another $112 million in wasteful spending. So all this is an effort to show the American people, or the Floridians, of, hey, this is what your local governments are doing, the municipalities, the counties, the cities, and this is why we think that we can get rid of property taxes on primary residences. What a huge deal that will be, Dion.
Absolutely.
It's going to be on the ballot.
That would be a dream. And having those stats right there justifies that decision.
Yes.
If there's no checks and balances, of course they're just going to blow it all, and just if you give someone this blank check, they're
That's
just
right.
going to spend it. But if you tighten the belt a little bit, then getting rid of property taxes, you can justify it. It does make sense, and it would help so many people. How many times are you supposed to pay tax on something?
Yeah.
I own my house. I'm paying property tax every year forever.
Yeah.
Do I really own it?
We're renting our land.
That's right. That's right.
We're renting our
and
land.
DeSantis made it crystal clear. He gave an eloquent speech about it.
Yeah.
And hopefully he can push it through. I mean, I know there's a lot of red tape, but stats like that make it a lot easier for people to agree to it.
Yeah, here's Governor DeSantis, a quote out of a Newsweek article. It says, property taxes effectively require homeowners to pay rent to the government. Constitutional protections provide Florida homeowners require approval of the voters in 2026. In the meantime, Floridians need relief. Today, I'm proposing a plan that result on average $1,000 rebate checks for each homestead as a discount on their property taxes. If the legislature acts on this plan now, we can get it done this year. Let's get it done for the American people or the Floridians this year. So we're going to talk with State Representative Bernie Jacques on tomorrow's show.
Nice.
I'm going to ask him about that. But yeah, generally speaking, you'll look, and the naysayers are going to say, oh, well, what about police and fire and schools and those type? They're going to try to use that as a kind of a red herring, right?
Absolutely.
But no, it's not. We're talking about primary residences only. We're not talking about vacation homes, Airbnb, commercial properties, vacant land.
Of course.
All that's still going to be taxed. And then, by the way, we're the #1 state for in-state migration. So we can add on a little bit to the tourists coming in. We can add another fee to property transactions, on the closing statement, the closing disclosure. There's ways to pay for it. You find a lot of the waste, fraud, and abuse, and then you figure out a way to restructure where that income's coming from.
Just like you posted earlier, that's $1 billion,
Yeah.
right? Like, let's focus on the waste, and then the people that actually live here, pay their home, live in their home, they should be, given a little bit of kickback or just discount.
Yeah, that's right. And if you just joined us, we're talking with Dion Falzon. He's a local business owner, entrepreneur here. He owns a restaurant in Dunedin called Crown and Bull, crownandbull.com. Check it out. It's got a great menu over there. Talk a little bit about your menu and what you got going over there at Crown and Bull.
Yeah. So my brother's the chef, and we believe in using local ingredients the best we can. So we have a couple farms that we use that grow specifically for us, Life Farms and another group that just grows whatever's growing best that time of year based on weather. They'll give those ingredients to my brother, and then he'll work his magic.
Nice.
He'll say, hey, look, this certain crop is growing good this time of year, so he tweaks the menu for that. Our specials will be using stuff that's locally from our neighborhood. We're using local steaks from the Tampa Bay area, seafood the best we can, down to our coffee, down to everything. It's a cool feeling. It's a cool feeling to support the locals and keep it in our community.
Yeah, I love that, man. Be able to shop local. And that's the theme of our show, man. Almost 13 years now on air is like, hey, we wanted to create a show that was consumer-based. It's all about helping people understand their buying decisions. A lot of people, they get caught up in going on a Google search, trying to find a contractor or trying to find a good mortgage company, et cetera. And then they get lost in the mix. They get lost in the shuffle.
Sure.
And a lot of times when you're dealing with these companies, they're not even in the state of Florida. They're out of state. It's some guy that's in his, working out of his garage, maybe doing a mortgage for somebody or whatever. And, you get these situations where you have bad contractors. And so we cover everything from white collar to blue collar. We have our restaurant partners as well. So we talk about CPAs, financial advice, all different types of attorneys, great attorneys associated with the Consumer Quarterback Show. So we always talk about shopping local here, working with that local economy. ConsumerQB.com. You can see links there to all of our expert contributors at ConsumerQB.com. And, what a great time of year to be living in Florida, too, right? When that
weather's
humidity
turning.
breaks. Yeah.
Played golf late in the afternoon yesterday. Beautiful sunset weather. It was, 75. It's beautiful. So,
yeah, man.
No, that's the time of year to be here, and like I said, our community, this is when all the tourists come. It gets a little cold up north, and everybody starts booming. So
yeah. What do you see happening in the real estate space? Have you followed the real estate numbers? I've got some of the latest stats here. Pinellas County, we can look at here.
What's really nice, knock on wood, no hurricanes yet. We're almost out of it, man. 'Cause my pops got flooded. A lot of my friends, everybody in my community, we're on the water, so everybody. We did our best to give away food and bring people in and create that community as well. But to have a full year with basically nothing, that will kind of calm down the rhetoric and let everybody kind of breathe and go, okay, now I will fix it up. Now I will move there. There was that, is this going to happen every year kind of thing? So hopefully we're out of the woods on that one.
Yeah,
so I think that'll be a great thing.
I think the big guy upstairs knows that we needed a break.
Yeah. What about chemtrails? If we can touch into that, like DeSantis got rid of that and all of a sudden there's no hurricanes?
Nice clean sky
Like, is there
Clean
something
skies.
to that? I
Yeah,
didn't really
probably
study it, you know.
something.
My girl mentioned it. She goes, imagine that. We quit blowing stuff up in the sky, and then everything's perfect in Florida this year.
You know, I talked to Captain Will Smith about it. He has a little bit different opinion. I don't know.
And like I said, I haven't dug
Yeah.
into it. I know you guys, you know.
Yeah, I
have
haven't
been talking-
seen that. He says, look, when the emissions are coming out of a jet plane, they're hot. When it hits the cooler air, that's going to leave a trail. I mean, that's what he said. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's stick
It
to
could
something
be-
I know
of
here.
course.
So Pinellas County, here's what we've got going on in Pinellas County right now. 7,551 active listings for sale. This is Pinellas County, non-distress, single family, your townhome. This is excluding condos and anything that is in a condo type of a setting. You've got 7,500 plus properties active. You had 1,428 sold. That gives us an absorption rate of right at 19%. So a 19% absorption rate, and that equals a 5.3 month supply of inventory, which is pretty balanced. You know, it's a pretty balanced market. It's a pretty good place to be. Buyers can win. Sellers can win. We can help you negotiate a heck of a deal. By the way, if you think back to March of 22, we like to compare to that time frame because it was such irrational buying and all the craziness that was going on. There were 1,112 active listings. So that's a difference of 6,439 actives. So in other words, buyers today have 6.8 times more choices. There's more actives
and
than
it
they
looks like
did
the rates
back
are coming
then.
down a couple more times, you know,
Right.
most likely.
Yeah.
That's the rhetoric. I mean, it's kind of priced in the market already, so it's a good thing for the buyers.
Yeah. Things are looking good.
I
Things
hope
are
so.
looking good,
Yeah,
man.
let's keep it rolling.
Good time to be in the state of Florida. All right, quick break. Right back. More with Dion Falzon here. Crown and Bull. Check him out over there. What's the address? Physical address?
319 Main Street, right on
319.
Pinellas Trail and Main Street,
Yeah.
USA.
A lot of good stuff happening over there. crownandbull.com. More with Dion on the flip side here of the break. Don't go anywhere. Follow us online. We'd love to connect with you at Brandon Rimes1 at CQB Show. And please subscribe to our Rumble, YouTube, and podcast out there. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rimes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Tired of long lines at the airport? Check out Tampa Bay's premier private jet source. I'm Brandon Rimes for Will Smith Aviation. Aircraft management, acquisition, and sales, luxury jet escapes, and packages. Check them out online. WillSmithAviation.com. That's WillSmithAviation.com. Or call the show. I'll put you right in touch directly with Captain Will Smith. AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com for all of your non-woke American-made products. American values, Christian, conservative American values. Say hello to my business partner, Jim McCune at AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com. Say hello to Shane Socash, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show. 4009 Central Avenue, St. Petersburg. Online at DavidReynoldsJewelryandCoin.com for all of your precious metals and jewelry design. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com. Hey, Brandon Rimes here for Jason Coble, owner of Coble Law. Coble Law has been handling injury cases in Tampa for the past 14 years and has a specialized approach focused on limiting client cost and maximizing client profit. TampaWorkCompLaw.com. TampaWorkCompLaw.com. Jason Coble, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, personal injury law, and work comp law. Hey, Brandon Rimes here for our friends at TargetSurveying.net for all of your surveying needs. Land surveying firm providing services for real estate since 1992, and they are statewide. Check them out online, TargetSurveying.net. That's TargetSurveying.net. Selling commercial, vacant land, or residential properties? Don't leave money on the table. List with the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm Brandon Rimes. You can reach me at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. That's consumerqb, like quarterback.com. Buying, selling, investing, or refinancing? We would love to talk to you. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rimes here in studio with Dion Falzon. Crown and Bull, he's the owner of Crown and Bull. We're going to be having our holiday party there as well. We'll let you know the date once we get that published. But we always invite our radio listeners, our radio family out there. Of course, our real estate team will be there. Quarterback Show partners will be there as well. Kind of a time to come together and share some fellowship and talk about the year's successes and give thanks for the successful year that we've had and everybody that supports the show. We greatly appreciate everybody out there supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show, and all of our expert contributors greatly appreciate that. You can find everybody online at consumerqb.com. That's consumerqb.com. You can see links there to all of our expert contributors. All right, here's a hot listing at 10129 Little Road, Newport Richey, Florida. We have a motivated seller, and it's a retiring chiropractor. So it's a commercial building at 10129 Little Road, Newport Richey, Florida. Chiropractor office, over an acre of land. It's a zoning that is allowed for an office, and you have a circular driveway there. ADA compliant entrance and ramp, bathroom as well. You have spacious reception area, administrative office space there. So you have an opportunity to move your business. You got a newer roof as well. Functional and lit monument sign for high visibility out by the main road there. So great opportunity to buy real estate right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. And let's take a look at our land for sale at 13229 Interlaken Road in Odessa. This one's in Odessa, Florida, Interlaken Road. You've got land for sale. You've got a building, a wrought iron building on there, shed, kind of use it for like a storage shed. 13229 Interlaken Road, Odessa, Florida, right here. Over half an acre of land. Build your dream home or invest in the growing area of Odessa. Vacant land for sale. 24 by 30 metal storage building already on site. Great opportunity there at 13229 Interlaken Road, Odessa, Florida. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
Buy dirt, find one you can't live without.
That's right. Yep. Buy some dirt, build a building, build a home, build a family, build a legacy. That's kind of something Charlie Kirk might say, right? Build that family.
Absolutely.
Get those American values going, man.
Yeah, I got one of the gifts from my wife's sister was the Freedom shirt.
Yeah.
Long sleeve white with the American flag on. I can't wait to rock that.
I love it.
What a hero, man. So, yeah, he'll go down in history, martyred forever, and I think his message will go on.
Absolutely.
What an amazing human. I was at Mar-a-Lago when he spoke. I didn't even know who he was. At Turning Point, maybe like 3-4 years ago, I was there to play golf, and he got up on stage, and he was just mesmerizing, and we're like, who is this guy? Yeah. He raised $40 million in that room that night.
Wow.
He was so eloquent, and he just went through, and he was clear, concise, and at the very end, the guy sitting right up front says, we've raised $20 million this evening. This gentleman's going to match whatever we raised tonight.
Nice.
And that was before the turn of it, where it wasn't cool. It was the youngsters in college would be scared to bring it up, that you're pro-American, that you loved America, or God forbid you supported Donald Trump and freedom and all these things. Yeah. So to be charging at the gunfire, that takes a lot of bravery.
Yeah, it is.
So
it's like Mel Gibson in that movie where he grabs the flag and he's just running over the hill, right?
I mean, Braveheart.
Yeah, the Patriot. Yeah,
the Patriot. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's a tragedy, but hopefully a lot of good comes out of it. I've heard some of the stats about how many parishes have developed and how many people are going to church, and his message, and his wife has just handled it so well. I mean, she went up on stage to say, "I forgive you." Yes. I mean, what a Christian thing to say.
Powerful message.
Yeah, and I think more and more people are leaning into God, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Family structure and go to church, and that might be just his fate, and but I think it'll be a good thing long term. For the people that are watching what happened, and I don't think anybody should really celebrate that, and you should really see, okay, this is not how we're supposed to operate as a species. We're all human. Yeah. You can have disagreements, and he was really good about just let's talk it through. Yes. I'm not going to be mean. Let's not be mean. Let's talk it through. Exactly. And we can have differences of opinion, but we're still, we should love each other, right? They want us to be separated. That's right. Weaker, if we're separated, we're weaker. That's right. But if we're all together, then we're unstoppable. We can take on China. We can take on all our enemies, whoever. That's true. And so we can still have differences of opinion. Yes. But we should be rowing in the same direction overall, I believe. Exactly. Like it used to be. It used to be like before
that's
social media, bots separate us. I read. Rogan mentioned the other day, 80% of all online arguments are bots. It's not even real.
Yeah, you're arguing with the facade.
Yeah. It's not even real.
Give the address again.
It's
Dion.
319 Main Street, Dunedin, Florida, right on Pinellas Trail, Alt 19.
crownandbull.com are the coordinates online. And Dion, thanks for coming in, man.
Yeah, pleasure. I'll
Good
see
stuff.
you soon.
Always
Man,
a
I'll
good
see you in the gym,
conversation.
like usual.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, and Shane Faunce was on the front end as well. Support Tampa Yacht Sales as well, Shane Faunce. And please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Call Brandon Rimes at 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show.